Good morning, my loves. Welcome to this brand new week. Oh, the sun's shining here and it's bright blue sky and it's absolutely freezing. So I hope that wherever you are in the world, it's a lot warmer than here. I had to scrape the ice off the car to take my daughter to the station this morning. It was that cold. So I'll tell you a funny story as well. She got dressed and everything before me, and it was 6:30 in the morning when I have to drop her off at the station because she goes to Liverpool to do her master's degree. And she said to me, "Oh, your car's all iced up, but don't worry. I got some warm water and I poured it over the windscreen for you." Except she did it half an hour before. And of course, what happens with water when you put it on something cold and you leave it, it gets even more icy. So my windscreen was well and truly iced up and I had to scrape it like a crazy person this morning. So I had to laugh to myself, of course, after I was cursing her while I was scraping all the ice off. So anyway, she's learned an important lesson about cars and how to defrost them or not. So anyway, good morning everyone and welcome to Sagittarius season. Oh yeah, the sun's gone into Sagittarius. Whew, I tell you what, we can breathe a sigh of relief because it's so intense when we have that Scorpio energy. I mean, I know it's good for us. I know it's our medicine. But I much prefer Sagittarius season to Scorpio season, don't you? And we've had that eclipse out of the way as well. And tell me about your eclipse experiences. I want to hear your stories. Did anything significant come to fullness? Did you hear any news? Did you have any breakthroughs, breakdowns, really big things happening for you at the eclipse? Let me know. I mean, it can take up to 6 months for it to happen, but it's good to hear your stories. And happy birthday to all my Sagittariuses. And Leslie Townley is declaring herself a Sagittarian. So happy birthday, my little Sagittarius friend there, Leslie. So good morning to Fiona White, to Ludmilla, to Lynn Hardy, to Andrea Valvona. What a beautiful exotic name you have. Nicole South, good evening to you. Good morning to Jane McGuinness. How are you doing, my darling? Thank you for the sunflower. Sonal Shah is watching, as is Julie Hans. Julie's so sweet. She always sends lots of rainbows and says hi to everybody else. So Julie's saying hi to you all. Barbara Phipps is here. Good morning. Joy Cook is here. Good evening. Oh no, Joy Cook. Sorry, I have different Joys. One of them's in New Zealand and one's in Cornwall, is it? Anne Poleon is here. Good morning. Good evening to Danielle Bowen. And good morning to... Did I say hello to Barbara Phipps, Gloria Kendall and Pauline Smith? You know, when you're the first to comment, you're always the last that I say hello to. Good morning to Covila. Good morning to Ale. Oh, Ale Calderon in Mexico. Buenos dias, Ale. And Robin Steele, you got your parcel today. She got her Oracle board and Wheel of Abundance. So we're using that for the readings this morning. Good morning, Beth Wilcox. So I can see, right, good morning, Carol Bell, that people are sending me stars. And you know what has happened with Facebook is they've stopped telling me who's sent me stars. I don't know why they would do that because then I can't thank you. So if you sent me stars, I do really appreciate it. I'm going to try and go back and see. Oh, I think Laurie sent me stars. I think it puts a star symbol next to your name. So thank you for the stars, Laurie. Bree Holland is watching. Deb Shipley's here and Susan Clark. Good morning. And Elaine Sager. Now somebody else has sent me stars and I'm desperate to know. I think it was Barbara. Because Barbara's always sending stars. But it's just not telling me anymore and I don't know why. So I guess, Robin, your breakthrough with the eclipse is that you got your Oracle board, which is wonderful. Amanda Cavaco is watching. Good morning, Amanda. I think you sent me stars. Did you send me some stars? And Carol Bell sent me some as well. Teresa McElhill's here. Good morning to Fiona Killeen. It's very cold, isn't it? Super cold. Laurie saying, of course I did. Good morning, Donna Green. All right, shall we get on with the readings? Because I do spend far too long. Oh, I didn't say hello to Jennifer Sylvia or Anne-Marie Hagelstein. Hagelstein. If I've missed you out, say hello again and I'll catch up with you. Now, I had an interesting breakthrough. I'm just going to lay the cards out while I chat. Oh, that one wants to be part of the reading, so we'll take that. I had somebody contact me on Friday about something business-wise, which was very interesting. And so, yeah, so that was my breakthrough. And my eclipse was happening in my second house of earned money. So the money that I earn from the things that I do. And my new moon eclipse is in... I don't know why I'm shuffling notes, because I've finished getting all the cards out. And it's because I'm chatting and I can't do two things at once. My new moon eclipse is happening in my 8th house, which is other people's money. And the thing that's related to me earning the money happens the day before the new moon eclipse. So there you go. It's all worked out perfectly for me. And I was hoping it was something to do with cash and my work and career prospects, because I need some money to pay for my new bathroom. Just that's the truth of it all. So good morning to Bridget Fitzgerald, to Vanessa Dempsey, Sandra Yaskiel, Catherine Mayer, Leslie Connors, Donna Green, Isabella Sladikova, and I think we're good. Oh, Tina Cox-Jones is watching, and Lisa Hopper. All right. So what I'm going to do is explain what I've got going on the Oracle board, because I had a bright idea this morning, and I thought what I'd do is I'll put the cards for the week on the Oracle board, and then those cards at the top are your pick a card reading or pick a mushroom reading. So while I'm telling you the messages for the week, you can be picking your message and pick a mushroom. So we've got the green, sort of tealy, sort of aqua colours there with the olive. We've got this lovely speckly one, which looks like a woodland, proper woodland mushroom. These are ceramic. They're absolutely beautiful. And then this lovely orange mushroom. They are gorgeous, aren't they, Amanda? Lucy Blackster's here as well. You're just in time, darling. Come on in, pull up a chair. Oh, and you're just in time as well, Anita. Thank you for the stars, my love. Good morning. I'm saying thank you for the stars. When you got a star at the side of your name, I'm assuming you sent me stars, because Facebook won't tell me anymore. So if I don't say thank you, that's because I don't know who sent me the stars. It's bonkers. Why do they keep changing things? Why do they do that? Sean Evans is here as well. Good morning. Okay, so let's have a look at our first message, which is the first part of the week, and it's also talking generally about Sagittarius season. So are you ready? What is Sagittarius season bringing for us? Because the sun has moved into there. Happy birthday to all my gorgeous Sagittarians. Look at that. It's bringing the end of difficulties. It's bringing change. Expect things to get better. It's like that emoji, you know, the emoji where it's like, whew, relief, little wiping the sweat off our brows, because the intensity of Scorpio season, it's always like that for me. I don't know how you feel about Scorpio season, but I always struggle through it. We're getting to the end of October, I'm like, oh, Scorpio season's here. I'm just going to have to grit my teeth and, push my way through it, because it's all about our shadow. It's all about feeling all the feels, going to the dark places. And Sagittarius is all about the opposite. Sagittarius is like, we've been there, we've done all the tough graft. Now we can have eat, drink and be merry. We can do all the expansive things. We can grow, we can travel, we can learn, we can go into depth, and we can magnify all of those beautiful things that we want to magnify. So we're getting to the end of an important chapter in our lives. We can sweep that away because we've been there, we've done that. And like those unicorns, we can rush out of the forest because we've found the way out through all of the intense introspection of Scorpio season. Isn't that beautiful? I am loving this message. Thank the heavens. Lisa says, and I completely concur with that, Lisa. Julie's saying your grandson is a Sagittarian and Mew grandson is Sagittarian and my grandson on 3rd and 6th of December. Oh, so those are the different birthdays. And you didn't have any breakthroughs yourself, but your youngest 5th grandson, Adam, who's 7 months, had his first tooth. 5th tooth breakthrough. Breastfeeding with teeth. That's not pleasant, is it? I've been there. Okay. Susie, good morning. And Diane, good morning. Okay, so we're all happy about that. That is lovely. Isn't it? Isn't it encouraging? And I thought I'd use the Oracle board because it's just such a great place to put my cards down. And if you would like the Oracle board, I'm going to pop a link to that. And also to my new Angel card reading, Oracle Tarot card reading masterclass group that is starting on the 1st of January. I hope you're going to join because it's only £44 for the year. If you join now, it's going to be £66, but you get £22 saving on the whole year. So you get a whole year of learning all about how to read cards. Okay, so our next card is the middle of the week. Okay, and we have got the Emperor, and the Emperor is Archangel Michael. So look at him. He's very tough. And you know, if I always feel like this card's like the bodyguard. I'm not talking about the film. I'm talking about having a bodyguard. That's what Archangel Michael's like. You know, if you're feeling a little bit unsure of yourself, if you're feeling like I've got to be brave but I don't know how, and we've been clearing away a lot of stuff, especially with that eclipse. We've been packaging it all up and sending it off and saying, I'm cutting through the clutter in my life, emotionally, physically, spiritually, and now I'm moving forward. But maybe a little bit afraid, a little bit tentative about these steps that I've got to take next. And you've got your bodyguard with you, so you're always safe when you've got Archangel Michael. And you know, the way to summon Archangel Michael is very simple. We just got Michael, Michael, Michael. And he can be with every single one of us because he's an archangel, he's magical, and he can do the multiplicity thing. So don't ever feel bad about calling him in and thinking, well, somebody else might need him more. You go for it. That's his job. He's here to protect the world and all of its inhabitants. And nobody's more important or has any preference over another person. He can be in a million, trillion different places at once. So there is some dedication to a task, to your next steps. You're going to be busy midweek, but it's more about busy doing all the things that you've talked about. You've got to walk the walk. When you've been talking the talk, you've got to walk the walk. And Archangel Michael's there going, I don't want to hear any excuses. I want you to move. I want you to create the foundations that are really important for your life. And then, you know, if you start now, don't wait till the new year. That's what the look on his face is saying. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? I really like this version of Archangel Michael. It would be nice to think we had a bodyguard that was so muscular like that. Does it keep pausing for everybody? Lucy's saying the internet's terrible at the moment, honestly. So it could be my internet. It honestly could be. But we've got some real tough guy protecting us at the moment, which is really important. So Laurie's saying not on the New Jersey internet's not pausing. So maybe it is you, Lucy. I think it's just the British internet at the moment. Lisa is starting your new job in horticulture, so you're going to call him Nia. Yeah, he's a really good angel to call upon when you're starting anything new and you're a bit nervous about it, and you just want to be filled with confidence, and you want to remove any kind of doubts or negative thoughts. So Debs is saying your brother is a Sagittarius and due a huge heart up after Christmas. We're all worried, but our dad, who's in spirit, was called Michael, so you're happy he's watching over him. Oh, isn't that beautiful? So your dad, your guardian angel in spirit, is going to help you with that. And Nicole, you need some Archangel Michael in your life. Yeah, I feel like do you know what he reminds me of? It's just come to me. Channing Tatum. don't you think? It's a little giving me those vibes. Okay, Donna Green saying you lost me. If you lose me, come out and come back in again, because usually it'll freeze on my end if it's freezing. So we're still rolling, the camera's still rolling, so let's keep going. So at the last part of the week, looks like there's going to be some kind of exchange of money taking place. So this is either you or let's start with you. So if somebody owes you some money, if you're trying to get hold of something, somebody else's assets, you know, you want to get a loan, you want to get approved for a mortgage, or you know, you're just trying to pay off debts, then this is a really good card for that. It bodes really well for it. It bodes really well for getting into balance with your finances, to feel as though you're not having to worry, because what I'm feeling like, the whole energy of these cards, let's bring them all together and talk about the whole picture, because this is another thing that I'm going to teach you in my Angel Oracle Tarot card reading masterclass group, is that one card on its own says one thing, but then when we combine it with others, it brings out certain energies of the cards. So we started with the message of we're coming out of a tough cycle that has ended. So the 10 is the end of a cycle. We add 1 and 0 together, we get 1, and that's the new beginning. That's the relief, the release. In order to then start to build the foundations, to get down to doing all of the organisation, all of the planning, and all of the discipline it takes to be able to get ourselves to wherever we want to be. So we've got that strength, we've got that... we can have confidence that we're being protected and that he's sending good words out for us, you know, because he wants us to achieve our goals. And to achieve our goals, we need to be in a really good balanced state where we're not worrying about things. So this is a card where we're releasing, this is the whole kind of set of cards where we're releasing worries. Well, we're getting into balance. If you think of 4 legs on a table, 4 legs on a chair. The 10 is all about releasing the old stuff in order to embrace this new beginnings of stability, balance, harmony, and being able to free ourselves from worry. So that seems to be like the overall picture here, so that by the end of the week, when we get to Sunday, we can really feel that sense of, I am getting myself into a state of balance. I know where I am, I know where I stand, I know what I've released, I know what I'm heading towards. So that is wonderful, wonderful messages for us. So I'm going to just have a look at our Oracle of Wisdom and Beauty card from my beautiful deck. Let me show you the box. Here you go. And this is the flavour of the whole week. Oh my goodness, look, we have Archangel Michael there with the number 44. So he is the master healer. And Archangel Michael has given us the confidence to move forward. And you know what I want to say also is I feel really pushed to give you this message this morning that everything is cyclical. Everything goes in cycles, which is this card. Which, you know, we go through this journey. We have these phases where things are tough, where we are pushed to the limits, where we have obstacles to climb over. When we've done that, we lie there exhausted, shattered, ready for a break, thinking we can't go on again. And then Archangel Michael shows up and goes, that's the end of that part of the journey. Now rise up again. And I'm here to inject this confidence, this bravery, this courage, and this discipline for you to go into the next phase, which then brings you the abundance, the balance, the harmony, the sweetness again. And I'm sending you healing, and I'm sending you protection. And you know, this crystal on here, this is what is very much the energy of Archangel Michael. It represents the throat chakra, where we keep connecting and reconnecting over and over again with our soul. So some part of us is conscious and knows why we came here and what we need to do. and it's never over till it's over. So you will keep going through these cycles of pain, of happiness, of fun, of despair, and you'll just keep cycling around them. But you'll always be able to get back up again. You'll always be healed from them. You'll never be crushed by them, because that's not the intention of those things. The intention of those things is to give you the power to be an inspiration to others, to use those messages and that wisdom to be able to move forwards and onwards and always upwards. My loves, you're always going up. Isn't that lovely? So this is the real you, the one that's being uncovered. And we think that when we're being pushed down and pushed under, or being given all of these tests, that is breaking us. But what it's doing is it's breaking through the rubbish that's landed on top of us to show us how vibrant we are underneath all of that. It's cracking open the real you, the authentic you. Isn't that lovely? Now, Colleen was saying that number 44 was the number when you joined in on the live. How amazing is that? And you're enjoying the messages. 44 is everywhere for you, Donna. You know, 44 is such a beautiful number. It is very much the angel number, but it's also, for me, Archangel Michael, definitely. So I'm going to move these closer. I'm going to lift you up a little bit so that we can look down on these beautiful mushrooms and messages. So which one was speaking to you most powerfully? Was it the olive green mushroom? Was it the speckly woodland mushroom? Or was it the orange mushroom? 1, 2, or 3? So just give you a moment to think about that, and then we'll have a look at your angel cards. So just a reminder about the deck that I'm using for these readings today is the Angel Tarot deck by Radleigh Valentine, republished under the name of Radleigh Valentine. Okay, so I just want to talk a little bit about the mushroom, because we've got this combination of, it's like a green and a blue, so it's a combination of the heart chakra and the throat chakra. So your heart wants things that your soul can answer, and it's about your authentic self pushing through from the heart. Your angels work with you through the heart chakra. So you're going to get some really important messages over the coming days. Throughout Sagittarius season, there is going to be this combination of you leading with the heart, finding your voice, and being able to be your authentic self with courage, because the word courage comes from, you know, the word heart in French or Latin. So there you go. That's your little mushroom message. And I do have lots of things, Julie. I do. I'm a little bit of a magpie when it comes to that. Oh, Donna Green, thank you. So here is your message from the Angel Tarot deck. And you have Archangel Metatron. So you are going forward. You're moving forwards. And Sagittarius season is bringing you the opportunity to feel like you've found your path. And Archangel Metatron is the angel who he's very much associated with the number 7, the magic number. And magic happens when we connect with our path, you know, when we're exactly where we're meant to be. It's a little bit like, you know, in the game of Monopoly, and you throw a dice and you land on that space where it goes, here, collect £200, or, you know, where you won a prize or whatever it is. And it's a really beautiful message of activation, activating with your soul, activating with the essence of you, the next part of your journey. Sagittarius season's about making those goals and being confident enough to move towards them, believing in ourselves, deepening our wisdom, standing within our beliefs. And also, it's ruled by, and this is the angel who works with the planet Jupiter. So Jupiter is very much about being expansive, growing beyond, you know, it's almost like you're this koi carp fish that was in a small pool, and you've been transferred into a bigger pool so you can grow. Because you have got that capacity to grow, which is really beautiful, isn't it? And the message here on the card is an important achievement, self-discipline and willpower, public recognition. So it's like you seeing your worth and other people seeing your worth as well. Now, just a note about the two horses. So the Chariot often shows two horses, a black horse and a white horse. And that, the symbolism is about that we always have our light side and we have our shadow side. Now, we've just come out of the shadows of being in Scorpio season. And Scorpio season teaches us to look at the shadow without being repulsed by it, loving our shadow because it's part of us. There are things that we regret about things that we do, the things that we are physically, emotionally, spiritually, things we've done in past lives that we have to revisit, things that we've inherited from our ancestors. And then once we've looked at that, we've seen it and we've learnt to come to terms with it, those two horses can work together and we can fly, which is a really wonderful message all about the Chariot, is the light and dark within us, residing side by side. And it's never one is better than the other. It's about all that we are, embodying that and coming to terms with it so that we can be a better version of ourselves always. Okay, somebody is saying they have a birthday. Sagittarius Carol, a little Sagittarian, it's your birthday on Thursday. So happy birthday to you for Thursday. Okay, if you chose the woodland mushroom, I'm getting really strong vibes of the root chakra. And I'm feeling very much that this is about you grounding yourself, or feeling like you can put your feet on the ground now, that you might have felt a bit floaty, you might have felt a bit up in the air in your life. You didn't know where you were going, you didn't really know who you were and what you wanted. You know, like if a fairy godmother had appeared in front of you before the eclipse and said, okay, I'm going to grant you a wish. What would you like? You would have gone, I don't know. I daren't wish. Whereas this mushroom is telling you that you now have the ability to ground yourself, to come back down to earth, that you were doing some really important discovery, and that you couldn't plant yourself until you really understood what it was that you were working through and working beyond. Now you know that, you can then start to proceed in the right direction, and because you've had time to reflect, and you know, this is important. We go through these phases of I don't know who I am, I don't know what I want. Embrace that, because like I said, it's a cycle and it will not last. And then you're going to come down to earth, and then you're going to be able to plant yourself, and you're going to be able to grow exponentially. And that's what this mushroom is saying to you. So your message from the Angel Tarot is, yeah, look at that. It's like you've had time to lick your wounds, to do some healing, to do some important work where you really had to come to terms with certain things. And, you know, when something's broken, we have to work on fixing it before we can start doing anything with it. It's like if you broke a leg and then you tried to run on it, or you tried to walk around and drive, then you'd be back in A&E because you felt like, oh, I'm okay. I'm taking strong painkillers and I've strapped my leg up. But until somebody sets that leg and then allows the bone to heal and fuse together, then you won't be able to do anything. So I feel like this card and this message is saying to you, be kind to yourself, be nurturing. And you may be always wanting to move at 1,000,000 miles an hour. Maybe your shadow has taught you that you beat yourself up far too much, that you always feel like you should be doing more, that what you've achieved already is never enough, and it's like I've got to be better, I've got to be better. And your angels are saying, we love you just as you are. If you never achieved another thing, we love you. We love all your broken parts, because the shape that they make is so amazing. And Lucy's got a bad foot, and you've got to be kind to yourself. You've got to let yourself heal. Don't punish yourself, or don't tell yourself off. You know that thing where if you do something, you know, like say you're responsible for having some injury, we start beating ourselves up, don't we? It's like, oh, I shouldn't have done that exercise, or I shouldn't have sat in that funny position. shouldn't have tripped over that step, you know. Oh my goodness, you've hurt yourself. The first instinct is always to show yourself love. Don't start telling yourself how stupid you are. You know, just give yourself that nurturing, because, you know, sometimes we want reassurance, we want nurturing and kindness from others, and we have to give it to ourselves first and foremost, and we have to get into that wavelength, into that resonance of being loving and nurturing and kind to ourselves, and then we're going to get that from other people. But self first, okay, before you start worrying about anybody else taking care of you, healing you, worrying about you. Take care of you and show other people that you matter. Because when you love yourself, other people are going to follow suit, that's for sure. So there has been a time of great healing taking place, and this cycle is over, and it's time to move forward, but only at the pace that you're ready to take. Maybe you still need a little bit of time off. You know, maybe you still have got some healing to do, and that's okay, because tomorrow's another day. We always have lots of time. There is no shortage of time. If you've ever ordered one of my little books, or you know, you've had one of my little affirmation cards, you may have got that card in there. There is no shortage of time. All right, anybody who I was going to say who ordered the orange mushroom, who chose the orange mushroom, you might have ordered it as well. This is about joyfulness. This is the sacral chakra. There's a rebirth happening for you. There's fresh energy. There's vitality. Maybe you are thinking of something new that you want to implement, that you want to put out there in the world. Are you being very super creative? There's so much creative energy in this mushroom. And this is also connecting to your inner child, being playful. Yes, you can work hard and get excited about things, but also get excited about taking some time off for you and doing sweet, playful things that delight you. That is the message here with your mushroom. And your message from the Angel Tarot is, oh, this is lovely. So another message of completeness, feeling whole. It can be connecting with family. If you do want to connect with your family and they make you feel good when you're with them, then that's wonderful. If you're all about the tribe, if you're more about people who feel like family but they're not blood relatives, but they, you know, when you're together, when you have this closeness, you have this really beautiful loving bond, and you feel like your soulmates, you feel like your tribe members. And it's about the contentment and the rewarding emotional feels that you get from being with the people who really understand you and make you feel part of something really special. Now, if you don't feel like you've got that with anybody, or you know, you feel like that's a little bit of a space in your life that you would like to fill, then your angels are saying to you, we're bringing tribe members your way. So be open to new people coming in who are going to feel like your kin, your soul tribe, who you're going to connect with. It could be that you're getting together with family and you haven't seen them for ages. I always call this the having it all card, because it's about your emotional needs being met, but your material needs being met as well, because we can't relax and have a nice time with our friends and family if we're worrying about money, or we're worried about being unsettled, or worrying about there's something missing in my nest. And the 10 is about the completion. It's all full, and it's filled with beautiful things, and these are people you can trust. You're getting this sense of togetherness, fulfillment, oneness, belonging, all those lovely things that make you feel alive, that help you to connect with your inner child, because you know our inner child wants to feel safe and like it belongs somewhere, and that can be free to play without having to worry about money and bills and all those things. So try and think back to those times, those feelings that you had when you were very young, where you didn't have responsibilities, where you could just play and be free and be in the moment. That's a really important message for you. That's coming to fullness for you this week. So yeah, beautiful messages from our angels, aren't they? Really lovely. And I hope you've enjoyed them. And I hope you will join me in my angelic mastermind angels Oracle Tarot card reading group. If you have got my Oracle board and Wheel of Abundance board, should I say, on the other side. I hope you're using it. Let me know how you're getting on with it, and if you would like one, it's still time to get one just before Christmas. If you'd like to order one as a gift for somebody that you love, they make really good presents, and there are videos that come with them as well on how to use it. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here with me in the mushrooms this morning, and wishing you a wonderful day and a fabulous week. Take care, everyone.